Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. We're going to do a devil cupcake to match the angel cupcake, but this one's just going to be simpler. Of course, we don't have the harp to contend with. So the wings we're using is the same from the angel cupcake. It's the it's Mod Podge. And I just take a ball of clay and I place it into the doves. I like this because you have both wings. So from here we bake it and we're going to slice the wing off. While our wings are baking, I'm going to prepare a cupcake. It was a circle. The color is actually pomegranate from Primo, and then I mix it with about 3/4 translucent Primo, and I add a tiny bit of the crimson, the really dark red crimson color. I don't have the wrapper in front of me right now. And you do that just till you want. The other color we're using is for the frosting. I added white, and it was a little too pink. I wanted it a little bit more reddish, so I added orange to it from Primo until you like the color to texture. You go in tiny circles on top of itself. It looks rather cakey. I put a little of the lighter pink color inside the clay extruder. I always leave a little extra out, so I get a little extra in there, so I have more coming through the tip. And then crank it. This is my walnut hollow clay extruder. And twist as it comes out. I'm just trying to get enough for 2 cupcakes. I'm actually not going to be making the devil cupcakes for the shop. I think they're okay, and I'm not displeased with them. I thought the angel ones are cuter, so I spent time making more angel ones. And I want to do some other stuff. I actually want to make some tiny high heel shoe cupcakes that I think would be really cute. So I'm studying different high heels, seeing what I want. To get the first frosting on, I dip it in some translucent liquid Sculpey. And you can twist down or up on the frosting. It doesn't matter which. I just place it in the center. And then twist it whichever way you plan on twisting it as you wrap it around. Just be gentle not to squish your frosting. I usually do this after baking the cupcake bodies, but I'm just not taking the time to, since I'm not making these for the shop. So that's how we make the frosting. Now for the tail, I take some black clay and roll it out in a very thin snake. And then for the gold, I'm going to make 2 tiny little balls for the horns, unless you'd like black horns. I'm doing them in gold just since I had a lot of gold on the angel cupcake, so that way they can go together. But those are our 2 horns. And for the tail, I like to have it flattened out. Make a little triangle here. It doesn't have to be completely even. If you want a little character to it, you kind of pinch the ends, decide how elongated you want it. And I place the arrow on the tip of the tail. One of the good things about working with the clay when it's unbaked too is that it sticks together better. Here, I'll do this in reverse. I'll stick the arrow where I want the arrow. Ribbon the horns up. Decide where you want the horns and just stick a little of the translucent liquid Sculpey in the base end and stick it on. All we're waiting for is for the wings to come out. And if you feel like your little horns are a little too big or a little too small, you could always redo them. So here's one of the little dove wings. And be very careful as you slice them off. If you do it warm, it's much easier to do that. And then you could come back with an X-Acto or the clay blade on paper to clean up the edges if you need to. So there we have two little dark angel wings. So I stick them in the corners of them in the translucent liquid Sculpey, and then you just figure out where you want them and decide what kind of angle you want them at. So there we go, there's some little devil cupcake to go along with the angel cupcake. Sorry, this one's kind of sloppy, but I wanted to put it together quickly. I've been excited about trying to figure out miniature, tiny polymer clay high heels. So I'm going to be doing that. Then we'll get into the green tea stuff and one animal from something I found. So that's what you guys can expect soon.